like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And it's the defense that's really the star of the show. A terrific game last week. They got a shutout on the road. And that's something that doesn't happen very often nowadays.
Jackson now to return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They're led by their 6-year quarterback out of North Dakota State, a former Pro Bowler, Carson Wentz.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Wentz. There's the rookie from LSU. It's Jamar Chase. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up 2nd down. Play action. Now Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Akeem Hicks. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Wentz going to throw. On the move to his left. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there, trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 23. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And out will come the leader of this offense. And that, of course, is their signal caller. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week, just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total, scary. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Yeah, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
It would appear Sean Payton's made the decision here. They will go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. It's Gordon.
That was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down. All right, this is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
On 2nd down now. It's Gordon down to the 30 after a gain of 3. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And they'll get this down to the 10. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. We're scoreless after 1. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Derrick Henry, a 10-yard touchdown run, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Jackson now to return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. So Miami coming out for their second drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after, either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes the sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And the pressure gets to him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. And it's fielded at the 34. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. A first down carry for Henry. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. But he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 61 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints add on to their lead. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Gold with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Jackson now to return. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Wentz. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Jackson now to return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Wentz now to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. On 2nd down, it's Gordon. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On third down, Henry. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, he became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style, too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. Give him 4 yards there, and that should be the final play of this first half. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 89 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And the busy night for Henry continues. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a safe touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it is 28-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Jackson now to return. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. It's time for our player spotlight right now as we get a look at Carson Wentz. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. 9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. He loses 4, and it brings up 4. Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. He's had a touchdown for every quarter so far. 3 here in the third, and probably hoping he's not done yet.
And this is a situation where it's okay to be greedy. When you've already scored 3 times, you want 4. You want more than that. And guess what? That only helps your team.
Yeah, so far 3, now in search of 4. Room here to run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 113 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Let's go! Let's go!
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run it again with Henry. 1st down and much more for Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Derrick Henry, 42 yards. And the Saints are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Gold with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Jackson now to return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them. and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Jackson now to return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. Got you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 152 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Henry. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Derrick Henry, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Saints stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. Gold with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Jackson now to return. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Miami set to take over. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, second and right at a yard. Throwing again on second down. Wentz, slant to Adams. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw on second and 10. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. Now Wentz. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick. Get the Ball in his hands and hope he can make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ballgame and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's taken down inside the 30. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Again to Henry. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. On 3rd down and short and everything well executed. He not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well. And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. There's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action here. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Jackson now to return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Miami's offense set and ready to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Throwing on second and long. Wentz. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. It's Desmond Trufant. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Goal with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. A long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Jackson now to return. And able to get this out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Wentz. Under pressure, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Saints,
Jones, Shorty.